Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin has been paid, agreeing to a 3-year, $96 million contract extension, which averages $32 million per year. The deal concludes a hold-in by the star receiver, secures him as a consistent offensive force for the team, particularly with quarterback Jaden Daniels. Adam, I want to start with you. How'd this deal get done?
Molly, what's the date on the calendar? It is August 26th today.
Sir.
It is August 25th when that deal got done. We are under 2 weeks away from the start of the regular season. It's not like the negotiations took some dramatic shift. It's not like the numbers spiked. Both sides know they have to find a way to get it done. Terry McLaurin wants to play and be there for his team. And so in the end, you get the best deal that you can because he's under contract for the year anyway. And that's exactly what he does. It's a 3-year deal up to $96 million. So Terry McLaurin gets the deal done. The Commanders get their receiver. And for all the talk about how far apart the sides were during the course of the summer and the offseason, for all the talk about the lack of progress that they made, the bottom line is the deal gets done to get him in uniform in time for the regular season opener against the New York Giants.
Well, on this particular show, we didn't really focus a lot on how far apart they were.
And they were.
We focused on, wait a minute, something got to get done. This is a brother that played 4 consecutive years without missing a game. This is a guy that's been a 1,000-yard receiver. This is the most reliable weapon that Jaden Daniels, the truth, the guy that really went on center stage and put on the show last year. This is his primary weapon. You've got to take care of that quarterback. And you can't do so. You can't talk about looking towards the future. You can't talk about the future even being now because of the star-studded status that Jaden Daniels brings to the table, and you don't take care of preserving his top target. That's what this was about. And, you know, what I said months ago was this. I was confident that something was going to get done because, you know, this is not Daniel Snyder. This is Josh Harris. He got a guy by the name of Irvin Magic Johnson that's in his ear, and Magic is about winning. And Magic is
it's all that bad. Irvin Magic Johnson, Bob Myers, it's all the basketball
There
influence,
we
right?
go. There we go. And those brothers are about getting it done.
And speaking about winning, to me, this puts a ribbon on a great offseason because the one vulnerability they had was Jaden Daniels sacked 47 times. And when you get Laramie Tunsil on the left side, draft Josh Connolly on the right side, I agree. T-Mac was what put it over the top, but they had a great offseason.
So how many teams are you taking over Washington in the NFC?
The Packers and the Bucs, barely. Now, look, as it relates to Green Bay.
No Eagles and Lions.
Stop. You mean that's it?
That's it.
The Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yeah.
No Philadelphia?
No. You just talked. Jaden Daniels is probably the best quarterback outside of Jordan Love in the NFC, and he had a whole offseason with Cliff Kingsbury. You add Deebo Samuel with the aforementioned Terry McLaurin. This is an offense that was already in the top 5.
They lost 55-23 in the NFC Championship game. Where the Eagles go?
Where they went, that was ancient history. Look at all the defensive players that Philadelphia has lost. They're going to have at least 4 or 5 new stars. And when we get to a week from Thursday night and you have to put a Dory Jackson out for Darius Slay, and you also lose C.J. Gardner.
You're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles defense. I'm talking about Washington's defense. They give up 55 points.
Right. So they added Javon Kinlaw, Von Miller, who doesn't have a lot left, but maybe they'll get 15 snaps a game. And they also drafted Trey Amos. So to me, their defense will be at least middle of the road. They're going to be a top 5 offense. So I think they're going to beat Philadelphia and win the division.
So a middle of the road defense. You're going to put them above Philadelphia, the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, who still got Saquon Barkley, who still, the A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, got in the knee school. You're an elite offensive line, if I remember correctly. You're still going to look at the Washington Commanders, and you don't even mention the Philadelphia Eagles. You mention the Detroit Lions and the Buccaneers. I'm sorry, the Packers.
He didn't mention the Lions.
Wait. If the 4 of us owned an NFL team, which, look, you're close to being able to do.
Adam's not so far behind.
No, he is not.
Way behind.
No, he is not.
And we did. Stephen A., who would you draft before Jaden Daniels? He may be the #1 player you would take to build a franchise around. And to me,
I'm not throwing any shade on him.
Right. So the definition of greatness is to make those around you better. And if we could score enough points to beat Philadelphia, that defense doesn't have to be elite.
I'm going to pass it to the great Adam Schefter by saying this. In the NFC Championship game, the shame of the Washington Commanders is that one could easily argue the only person who showed up was their rookie quarterback. Anybody else, a whole bunch of veterans didn't. And there are no questions about Jaden Daniels. We know who he is. We know what he brings to the table. Where's the help? And I'm not saying they don't have a good team. And I'm not saying they don't have a good coach. And I'm not saying Kingsbury didn't do a hell of a job as the offensive coordinator. What I'm saying is Philadelphia just gets open. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you, Mike T.
Adam,
Go
how
ahead,
many
Adam.
teams would you take ahead?
Of the Washington Commanders, I think the Commanders are one of the better teams.
Yes.
But I think there are a number of good teams in the NFC. I'm not going to pick a certain team before they've played a game because every season is different. Right. All I can tell you is there's a group of teams in the NFC, including the Eagles, including the Lions.
That's right.
That are as good as the Washington Commanders. Now, Mike is doing everything.
Wrong with him?
He's got everything but a cheese head on his head with Jordan Love and the Packers.
Because we love love. Because when you have a group of receivers,
like love.
No, we love
we'll
love.
have more love for Love when Love shows up. When
He's
it
got
really,
Love
really
is the
counts.
best quarterback, and the Packers is the best team.
But the
here.
facts and the data guys say that they led the league in drops. They go out and get Matthew Golden, to me, who is the best receiver in the draft. You have two great tight ends in Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave.
Okay.
If he's healthy, I think he's as talented of a quarterback as there is.
Listen, he is talented. We're not questioning his talent. We're questioning his willingness to show up when it really, really counts. Because he certainly didn't do that against the Eagles in the postseason. There's a reason for that. Maybe not his fault, but damn it, that plays a role. And I don't want to hear all of this stuff about data. Data's important, it matters, but it ain't everything. You got two eyes for a reason. Don't tell me. Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield needs to be given a lot of credit. He's been absolutely fantastic. We get that. But Tampa Bay collectively, come on now.
You're on a heater with the hot takes right now, but I got some more news to get into. And Adam, I want you on this. So the Browns quarterback room continues to shift. They traded away Kenny Pickett to the Las Vegas Raiders for a 2026 fifth-round pick in return. Now 3 QBs